Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we start, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on all the videos I do, and hit that like button and comment down what your thoughts on the first World Cup game, Mexico versus South Africa. South Africa lost 2-0 to Mexico. I thought for me it was a good game. Apart from the few red cards, I think that was not saying that ruined it, but maybe for like the first one, so you're sort of when you go down to 10 men, you sort of like, alright, first game, you're sort of getting used to the competition, then you have to change it up, change it up quickly. The South Africa see, it was either first or second goal, but no, it was the first goal where South Africa tried to pass out the back. I don't know why they're trying to do it, and I'd say that about a lot of teams. If you're not used to it, don't do it. And then they got Mexico, push, high press. One of the players, I can't remember who it is, like my memory's not very good, managed to put pressure on the defender, forced him to make a mistake, and then he goes and scores, or he gets an assist and scores. But I think that's just a bad way of trying to do that in the 10th minute. So that's good to see them go up ahead. That was before the first red card as well, so it's sort of playing against 11-11 still. It was good seeing Raul Jimenez scoring for his first World Cup goal and dedicating it to his dad, where a few years ago he looked like he was playing against Arsenal for Wolves, I believe, or was it Fulham? It's one of those teams, and he looked like he wasn't going to be able to play football ever again after a nasty head collision, nasty head collision. And you would have thought every year later he's back on the pitch, and then in 2026 he helps Mexico get their first win of the competition, and like I said, dedicated to his father. So that was, I think, that's what football is about, making memories of that, where you make people think, oh, I'm not saying he's not good enough, because he's always been a good player, but it makes you think, okay, he's definitely proved me wrong there about not playing again, and then he does that. It's Mexico's first red card, which was the third one, where he sort of tries to defend. I'm not sure, you have to see it, look it up, but it was quite I don't want to say stupid, but it was just poor again. Just all seems to be so stupid, these red cards that could be avoided. I think the ref definitely liked giving out red cards. I think it was a good game that was part of the tournament. I was going to say, put a tournament on, make sure it was talked about, and not just be quiet again after all the hype around the World Cup, and then it just goes down, the hype slows down. But I think another game which we'll talk about is South Korea versus Czechia, or Czech Republic. I didn't watch that one, but from the highlights I've seen, it was. And if you've watched that game, put the comments what your thoughts on it, and I'll make sure you get noticed in the chat, in the comments. Missed opportunities for Czechia to get at least a draw from that. With then South Korea, with knowing where the back of the net was, and putting it wasn't like because it was like 2-1 win, so it wasn't like a 5-0 or 4-0 win where he sort of beat you, be very lethal, but it was, they just knew knew where the back of the net was and was lethal there. And I think that's going to be give them a big boost. South Korea, I think. I don't want to say they're underdogs because they're not going to win the World Cup, but I think they could definitely get to the group. I won't say top, but they could get into the next round from second. Yeah, I think so. Let me know your thoughts, everyone's thoughts on the first game, the opener, and the second game, and then you got Canada, Bosnia and Herzegovina at 8 p.m. So that's in a bit. When at the time at 7:35 in the evening when I'm recording this, so that'll be on soon. And then 2 a.m. No, not Canada. That's the first game tonight. You got USA versus Paraguay. So let me know your thoughts. Who's going to win that? That's going to be quite an interesting game and a very tough game. I think Canada will win the first against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I'm going for a tight. When I say tight, they just scraped through a 2-1 win for USA. So thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, like I said, if you like it, if you're liking these videos, and make sure you share this video as well, so you don't, to anyone, if you know anyone that likes the content that I might do. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you all as well watching.